Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Karma. Today we're kicking off a brand new series, When People Messed with the Wrong Cops, where every dumb move instantly triggers justice mode. Alright, let's dive in. The trooper waited on the I-40 westbound ramp at mile marker 216 after dispatch reported a red SUV speeding toward his location. The vehicle soon appeared, flying past traffic at nearly 100 miles per hour.
Right there, we had traffic. We're going to be staying 40 west. About to come up to north.
Lights and sirens were activated, but the SUV kept driving aggressively, even using the shoulder. Heavy traffic and road work limited the trooper's ability to close the gap.
Right now, 40 left still. We're going to see about the 80 for about 110 right now. You're going to roll over, stand, roll over, stand by. Stop here, grab it.
Away from me! Hey, oh, backwards to me! Get back!
Hey, I'll put the cuffs on and cover.
I gotta stay here.
Hazen police joined the pursuit, and Troop A ultimately ended it with a TVI near mile marker 152. The driver, Tego Caldero, was arrested on multiple felony charges and an ICE detainer.
Walk backwards. Walk backwards. Keep coming.
On December 7th, 2024, a white Corvette flagged as a stolen vehicle ignited a high-speed chase along Highway 40. Driver Christopher Nguera took off like a rocket, turning the pursuit into a gripping race against time filled with mounting tension. A skillfully executed petit maneuver caused the Corvette to spin out and come to a stop, but Nguera refused to exit. After nearly 8 intense minutes, officers managed to subdue him.
Get out of the course! No, hold up! I'm coming! Hey, hold on, man! Watch out!
Now facing multiple serious charges, Nguera was immediately booked into Kittenon County Jail. The question remains, how fierce will the legal battle ahead prove to be?
Clark!
Please stop! Please stop!
Get out!
While patrolling the highway, police spotted an unmarked motorcycle speeding at over 100 miles per hour in an apparent attempt to evade them. A pursuit followed, and the rider eventually crashed, sustaining injuries. He was transported to the emergency room for medical treatment. After identifying the rider, officers discovered he did not have a valid driver's license. Further checks revealed he had previous offenses related to similar traffic violations. Charges are expected to follow after his recovery. Riverside, California. On June 18, 2024, around 10:26 a.m., Riverside Police POP officers located a carjacked vehicle on Palm Avenue with 2 men inside. When they attempted a stop, the driver refused to comply and drove into an apartment complex before fleeing on foot with a handgun. An officer fired 4 times, striking the suspect once in the back.
Go. I'll call you back. Hey, stop! Hey,
The driver was identified as 42-year-old Eddie Madrigal of Moreno Valley, a documented gang member on parole for a 2016 armed robbery conviction. He now faces charges including carjacking, firearm possession as a felon, drug possession, resisting arrest, and parole violation, with sentence enhancements for prior serious felonies. Madrigal remains in custody on $1 million bail while receiving medical treatment. Bibb County, Georgia. Now, on December 27, 2021, while monitoring traffic on I-75 near mile marker 158, a trooper clocked a Ford Ranger traveling 90 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. When the officer attempted a traffic stop near the Jennifer Drive overpass, the driver, later identified as Joseph Silas, slowed briefly but refused to pull over. As the trooper activated his siren, Silas attempted to exit at Pionono Avenue, but a tractor trailer blocked the ramp, forcing him back northbound on I-75. The patrol vehicle struck the Ranger's rear fender, causing it to rotate and overturn several times before coming to rest on its passenger side down an embankment. Fire and rescue units were immediately requested to the scene.
.17 outside. .17 outside. I was just bought from 1080. Heated one right here, Riverside, correction, 75 and
Silas, still belted in, complained of arm pain and admitted he had been drinking, telling the officer he had really messed up. He was placed under arrest for DUI and other charges. After consenting to a blood test at Atrium Health, Silas was treated for his injuries, issued citations, and released into hospital care.
Stop.
It was anything but a typical police chase. On Saturday, Smith shocked deputies when, mid-pursuit, he casually offered one of them a Keel 1 vodka. The stunt didn't end there. He rammed 2 patrol cars and kept going, even as spike strips shredded his tires.
Back towards
Eventually, his vehicle rolled to a halt, but instead of surrendering, Smith calmly stepped out, lit a cigarette, and stood unfazed. Officers quickly tased and arrested him.
Get on the ground now! Get on the ground now!
Even then, he showed no fear, no remorse, just an unsettling calm. Now facing multiple felony charges, his bond is set at $120,000.
A lot of stupid right now.
The white car tore down the highway at a blistering 105 miles per hour, blowing past traffic and signals like they didn't exist. Police stayed hot on its tail, undeterred by the driver's reckless swerves and hair-raising maneuvers, each one a gamble with lives on the line.
Will be Burger King, right here is Smith Street area.
It was a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, but how long could this wild flight truly last? After a daring 90-degree turn at full speed, a second precision PT maneuver sent the vehicle slamming into a guardrail and crashing into a road sign. The pursuit ended in seconds as officers swiftly moved in, pinning the suspect and leaving no room for escape. Relentless, focused, and fearless, law enforcement sealed the chase with authority. Cleveland, Ohio. One February afternoon, police responded to reports of a suspicious man near an apartment complex. When officers arrived, the suspect ignored commands, abandoned his car, and walked into an apartment.
Show me your hands. Radio, he's... Send me another car. Stop.
What are you doing?
Stop.
What? Excuse me, ma'am.
A female officer attempted to restrain him, but he continued to resist and fight back. As the struggle escalated, the officer drew her firearm to gain control of the situation.
Grabbing me.
Ground right now. Get on the ground right now.
Get in the house.
On the ground. On the ground. Get on the ground right now. Taser, taser, taser.
Why would you tase my brother? He didn't do shit!
One's been tased.
Fucking tased this nigga, he didn't do shit! We wanted for law!
Get in the house.
Get out! Move me, bitch! You think you know what you
Hey, get back right now. Get back. Get back.
Shoot me, motherfucker!
Get back.
Get in the house.
In the midst of the chaos, another man emerged from a nearby apartment and began interfering with the arrest.
In the house, I'm not joking, I'm not
Yo!
Get us a couple more guys. Somebody came up here.
Get off the house,
Fine, turn around.
no, bro!
You want to obstruct? Turn around.
Standing right here!
Let's grab this guy.
I don't know what's going on.
Both men were quickly detained. The primary suspect was later charged with obstructing official business and resisting arrest, receiving a 60-day sentence in the Lake County Jail. The second man, after calming down, was released and not charged.
I'm under arrest.
Because of everything you did after you jumped out of the car. When you turn at an intersection,
I used my blinker.
you didn't.
In August 2018, Pasadena police stopped a vehicle for a routine traffic violation. Almost immediately after the stop, the driver, Marco Antonio Cedra, stepped out holding a firearm. What began as a simple traffic stop quickly escalated into a deadly confrontation.
Hey, stay in the vehicle. Stay in the vehicle. Stay in the vehicle. Show me your hands.
What began as a simple traffic stop quickly escalated into a deadly confrontation.
Hey! Hey, Carl.
Allegedly, Cedra confronted and attacked the officers, forcing them to respond with lethal force. Tragically, his reckless and dangerous actions cost him his life.
Stay in the vehicle. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Hey! 481, shots fired. Shots fired. Spooner and Southmore.
This incident serves as a powerful reminder of how quickly defying the law can turn fatal and the serious consequences that come with making such choices.
Spooner and Southmore, shots fired.
What the?
Mechanipe, Florida. A deputy spotted a gold Chevy Suburban run a stop sign near I-75 and CR 234, strike a curb, cross into oncoming traffic, then flee when lights and sirens were activated.
Tango 937, 10 City. Signal 12.
The pursuit began near Cafe Risque and moved on to CR 234 and US 441. The suspect drove the wrong way, tossed an alcoholic drink from the window, reached 100 miles per hour in a construction zone, and repeatedly rammed a patrol car after an initial PI-T failed. Multiple agencies joined as stop sticks proved ineffective.
30, I'm pitting.
A second PIT finally stopped the SUV, and deputies pinned the vehicle and arrested Richardson without incident. Investigators later learned he was on probation for DUI and fleeing, with additional charges now pending.
It was later revealed the driver had been involved in a similar chase earlier in the day and was on probation for DUI and fleeing law enforcement.
On September 29, 2023, Troop G Dispatch received multiple reports, 4 calls in total, about a black motorcycle recklessly speeding westbound on Interstate 30. The rider was clocked at 78 miles per hour, dangerously exceeding the 65 miles per hour speed limit through a busy construction zone.
Trying to help me out, she can stop.
Acting quickly, I activated my hazard lights and siren to signal the motorcyclist to stop. However, instead of complying, the rider continued westbound before making a sudden and hazardous turn onto an exit ramp, increasing the danger to both themselves and other motorists on the road.
Please, I got a daughter. All right. Hand behind your back. Hand behind your back. Hand behind your back. Hey, I got a daughter. Please help me, okay? I got a daughter, I love her. Get live, man. Coming, Myrtle.
In the early hours of February 4th, 2023, at around 3:15 a.m., a Florida Highway Patrol trooper on routine patrol along I-75 encountered 2 pickup trucks parked near the northbound 279-mile marker. Two adult males were seen near the vehicles and appeared to be attempting to steal the second truck or items from within it. As the trooper approached, the suspects quickly fled northbound in their pickup truck, prompting a pursuit. During the high-speed chase, the suspects opened fire several times from their vehicle, with at least one round striking a nearby tanker truck, escalating the danger of the pursuit. Around 1:40 p.m. on September 27, 2025, Corporal T. Williams clocked a white Chevrolet racing past his traffic stop on Highway 167 at more than 90 miles per hour. He ended the stop and moved to intercept as the car continued accelerating.
I get clear traffic. I'm on TV.
Hot Springs, all you had 1063 K dispatch, 1436.
The driver fled, reaching more than 100 miles per hour before a TVI sent the car crashing off the road. Joseph D. Henderson resisted arrest and was taken into custody.
Get on the ground!
Constitutional right. It's on video.
You're right, it's all on video.
Marijuana was recovered, and he now faces multiple felony and traffic charges.
What's your name? Joseph Henderson.
October 14th, 2024, North Little Rock, Arkansas. At approximately 2:01 a.m., while assisting the North Little Rock Police Department near the intersection of West Broadway and Main Street, officers were alerted to a blue Dodge Challenger that had previously fled from authorities. The vehicle was soon located near Main Street and 5th Street. The suspect vehicle made a sharp turn westbound onto West Broadway, accelerating to speeds of approximately 85 miles per hour. As it approached the intersection of North Maple Street, the driver ignored a red light, continuing at high speed. As the vehicle neared the Broadway Bridge, officers executed a precision petit maneuver, forcing the vehicle to spin counterclockwise and come to a stop at the intersection. The driver, later identified as Cav Polite, was swiftly apprehended without incident. He was taken into custody and turned over to the North Little Rock Police Department for further processing. Phoenix, Arizona. On March 8, 2023, Phoenix police responded to 2 911 calls at a business near 27th Avenue and McDowell Road. One call came from a man wanting to turn himself in, while another reported the same man inside the store yelling. An officer arrived, contacted the man, and escorted him outside.
Stop going closer to me. What's going on? Fuck out of here. Not to my officer. Watch out, dude. Don't fucking touch me!
During their interaction, the man suddenly pushed the officer. A taser was deployed, but the suspect resisted, kicked the officer, and knocked the taser away. As the suspect advanced aggressively, the officer drew his firearm and fired.
So, I'm here because... Stop going closer to me. What's going on? Fuck out of here. Not to my officer. Watch out, dude.
The suspect was treated by officers in Phoenix Fire before being transported to a hospital in serious but stable condition. Body camera and surveillance footage recorded the incident. It looked like a Hollywood car chase, but this was real. On February 21st, 2024, in Escambia County, Florida, police and helicopters pursued a Wisconsin-plated Audi convertible in a wild, high-speed chase that left even veteran officers stunned.
Hey, get back in. Get back in.
The driver blew through red lights, took sharp turns at over 100 miles per hour, and nearly caused several crashes. When he swerved into oncoming traffic on Molino Road, officers held back and relied on aerial tracking. With public safety in jeopardy, police executed a precision PIT maneuver, flipping the Audi through the air like a stunt gone wrong. Miraculously, 24-year-old Patton Guat walked away unharmed, but his luck ended there. He was arrested at the scene and now faces multiple charges, including reckless driving and fleeing police.
Everybody is left to go again.
Get on the ground!
A high-octane reminder, one reckless move can turn any road into a war zone.
Huh? I don't know who's in there.
On October 3rd, 2023, Team A responded to multiple 911 calls reporting a man dangerously operating a four-wheeler ATV on eastbound Interstate 30. Officers quickly located the vehicle near Bishop Lindsay, where the suspect, later identified as Curtis Jackson, refused to stop and fled at high speed. Jackson swerved onto the I-40 ramp, reaching over 60 miles per hour and weaving recklessly through traffic, endangering other drivers. Officer Little joined the pursuit, attempting to block the ATV.
Black male wearing a black jacket, blue shirt.
Black male wearing a jacket, come in, around here to 78.
His back tire just came off.
As the chase neared a residential area, the ATV lost a rear wheel, but Jackson continued fleeing despite the damage, kicking up dust and maintaining high speed. At the 3-mile mark, an officer executed a tactical maneuver, forcing the ATV to stop. Jackson was subdued with the help of Officers Little and Smith.
We sure was. Can't you make it for me?
We're still rolling.
North approaching Wildwood. 67 North approaching Wildwood. Speed 60.
Go ahead, get right here.
He smelled of alcohol, had bloodshot eyes, and registered a 0.13 BAC. He falsely identified himself as James Jackson, but fingerprints revealed his real identity as Curtis Jackson, born May 29, 1963. The Polaris 700 ATV was towed, and Jackson was taken to Pulaski County Jail. He now faces charges including felony fleeing, DUI, speeding, driving with a suspended license, and multiple other offenses.
Don't fall off the bridge!
While patrolling on Highway 67 near County Road 53 in Miller County, Arkansas, State Trooper Tyler Gentry stopped a gray Chevrolet Cavalier for following too closely and displaying an expired license plate.
Truck is all state police. The reason I stopped you, you're following a little too close behind that truck back there. Oh.
The driver identified himself as Jerry Brexton, but a fingerprint scan confirmed he was actually Jerry W. Beard Jr., who was currently on parole. When ordered out of the vehicle, Beard immediately fled, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
Sorry, step out of the vehicle.
No!
Oh, 1037, 1037.
During the chase, Beard drove recklessly, weaving between lanes and swerving toward other vehicles, creating significant danger for other motorists on the roadway. Multiple officers joined the pursuit, closely monitoring his erratic movements while coordinating efforts to bring the situation under control. Traffic conditions and public safety were continuously assessed to minimize risk during the pursuit. Law enforcement deployed spike strips and later executed a tactical vehicle intervention, forcing the Cavalier to a stop. Beard was quickly restrained without further incident and transported to the Miller County Jail.
Walk with me. Yeah, he's sorry now. Walk with me. Come on. Double up. I will.
He now faces multiple charges, including felony fleeing from law enforcement and parole violation, with bonds set at $10,000. The swift and coordinated response ensured the safety of both officers and the public.